In September 2024, I played around with clown makeup and created Dolly Liquorice. This was the first version I created. Inspired by many things at this time. A lot of clown characters I like. What mainly set it off for me to play around with this makeup was the band avatar. Some of the images from the first version. The second version, I changed some of the clothes and added in blush cheeks and nose to the makeup. Most of it was still the same as the first version. This version was posted in October 2024 for what was called as Clowntober. Some of the images from the second version. The 3rd of August 2025. A year on, and I've decided to revisit Dolly and draw a concept for the third version. I looked around online to give me ideas. I wanted her to look more clown-like this time, but still keep some elements from the other two versions. I had an idea that she was a living clown doll with broken strings. Things that inspired this version are Ward 16, the band avatar, and chants from Halloween Horror Nights. The base drawing I used I found on Pinterest, and the tag for the base was lavender art. The 29th of August 2025. I started by sewing some stretchy undergarments to a black tutu for support when wearing and coverage. Next, I sewed the shoulder straps down more, so it'll be better fitted. Then it's on to the design on the corset. I marked and cut out each of the sections I wanted. Then sewed them on with a ladder stitch, like which I'm used to for sewing patches on jackets. the 30th of August 2025. Continuing with the corset design. I'm pleased with how it's turned out. Next, I'm working on the neck ruffles, cutting off the fabric that ties it together and replacing it with snap buttons. This is so it's easier to put on and take off. The 2nd of September 2025. Didn't show this process as I just needed to do it. I used some tights that I bought extra of for the sleeves. The same tights as I'm using for my legs. Cut where I wanted and sewed them onto the corset. I also heated the wrist parts so they are a little bit more fitted there. A process of wetting the fabric and carefully heating it to shrink the fibers. It worked after some time. Doesn't happen straight away. Doing the sleeves was certainly the most stressful part of making the top. The 4th of September 2025. This version will now include a mask. I used small clear elastic bands to make the jaw work as it should. We'll take it out for some of the painting. I sewed in the straps like how I usually do. Before I paint it, it's time to style the wig. I wanted to give her V-bangs as I've been wanting a wig with it. Just cleaning it up on the wig stand. I started painting the mask by doing the gums first. I then sketched out where I wanted the paint to go, like how Dolly's makeup is. Painted some of the lips black with some flicks at the edges, and lining the blank parts that will be painted next. Painted that blank part red. I painted the gums with a glossy top coat, and the lips with a matte top coat. The 5th of September 2025. That is dry, so I started working a bit on the inside. Added some foam for a bit of cushion, and so the jaw can move when my jaw moves. Started painting the red parts around the eyes for the makeup. Once that is dry, I painted the next part, which was the black bits for the makeup around the eyes. Then I painted the eyelashes in a darker blue, just to try to get it to be different and stand out a little better. Went back to the inside to paint the inside part of the eyes black, and add foam to the sides above the jaw joint. Started working on the eyes by marking out how big they are for the mask, cutting them out and marking out the pattern. Then painted the design. I did a glossy top coat on the inner areas where painted. Let them dry, then glued the eyes in. Next is the cheek blush, like what started on the second version. Then the nose paint. While that was drying, I decided to make an accessory belt. Once dry, worked on the inside to make the eyes more secure. Did a top coat of matte for the makeup, apart from the eyelashes, which were glossy. The eyes were also given a glossy top coat. Worked on the doll strings that will go on my shoes and wrists, just made of bunting string and snap buttons. The 6th of September 2025, decided to glue on more elastic but to the top. Also glued in foam to the inside nose part. Sewed in the new elastic so all of the elastic stays where it should. And decided to tease the pigtails on the wig to give it some volume. The 9th of September 2025, try on time for filming. Corset top, tights and skirt on. Next, the shoes that I used for Dolly last year. Putting the wig neck cap on to help with keeping my hair up for the wig. Used one of these fingerless gloves for her before, and now I will use both. Now adding on the strings to my wrists and shoes. The same bracelet I used for Dolly before, and what helped me make her name. Adding on the belt. I'm putting on the balaclava to hide my face a bit more when the mouth of the mask opens. neck ruffles. Now it's time for the mask. The wig is now on. Finished and time to film more content. See you later.